know, man, getting away into the inconvenient out in the middle of nowhere, man, it's just so much better. I've never felt more, happier to have a little piece of land that you could potentially live off of. If anything, well, 2020 taught us anything, the great lockdown that we do not speak of, being semi-self-sufficient, being able to maintain something on your own without outside resources is more valuable than any amount of pay or money or nice couches or a house could ever do for you. I was here less than 3 minutes. Entering that gate with that wooden thing, thinking about hanging a sign like the Rudder Ranch or Thunderbutt Farms, something ridiculous. And then seeing the amount of spread, the land, what I could do with it, not what it is, but what it could be. Fruit trees, chickens and ducks and goats, a food plot, a pond that I can stock with fish, well water, a pond that's spring fed, forest that is, you can hunt out here. I had 2 deer on my property last night. I had wild pig on the property the other day. I had 2 wild turkeys walk across the yard. Constant, wild game here all the time. If I just put a 30-foot wall around here, I wouldn't need to leave. I have literally everything I need, including a fucking gym, bro. Little soft belt today.
You said it's just your deload week?
Yeah, deload week, easy. And after that, next week and then for the next 6 weeks, it's gonna really turn up. The loads are gonna get insanely heavy, hopefully peaking after that for something that I've never lifted before. We're all on our own path, our own line of trajectory. Currently, this is mine. You're on your path. With enough luck, my goal is to make you stronger than me. So, there you go. Look at you fucking filling out your shirt. Turn that camera around. Time to get out of that medium and put a large on.
I think it is a lot.
That's what I'm talking about. My goal as a coach is to make people lose money because they have to buy new clothes because they can't fit them anymore. I want your pants to not fit, especially right here. I want your ass to be so tight in your pants that you gotta buy new shorts. I want you to buy all new t-shirts because your nipples are poking out of them. That is the goal. There's only so much fatigue that your body can handle in a week's time. You can only eat so much food. You can only get so much sleep. There's got to be a certain point where you can't just keep doing more work, right? There has to be some sort of recovery. So I have to pull back on something. And right now, since I'm only 7 weeks, 7 weeks-ish about for my competition, I'm just going to pull back on jiu-jitsu a little bit more. And, I'm not going to get any worse in, 2 months. I'm not going to forget anything. I'm just going to get, a little slower, a little less conditioned. I'll probably breathe hard and throw up the first few times, but no big deal. It's just part of the game. Now we rest. So do you know the difference between a trainer and a coach? So, in my opinion, the difference between a trainer and a coach. At the end of a session with a trainer, right, you worked out. You burnt calories, you got a little sweaty, you went home, you feel good about yourself. Cool. But are you better for it? What did you get? What did you take home? You know what I mean? You didn't get anything for it. The end result of a coach having a training session, the end result is you are better for it and you took home something. So a coach is a teacher and they teach you how to train. So instead of just doing some weird plyometric into some weird goblet, kettlebell, something that they literally made up on the spot, you're gonna move through sequences and waves and peaks and valleys of strength training and hypertrophy to get an end result of, I am better, I learned something, and you took something away from it. So one makes you work out, the other one teaches you to train. Trainer, coach. There's a very thick line between them and they are not close. Where's these chickens at? They're all running around, but most of them just hang out right here. So I know I don't name them, but again, I have a 10-year-old. So that's the rooster. You see the one with the red spiky head? That's how you tell the rooster. See all the ones, their cones are really small? These cones on the top of their head, and they have no giblets here. So those are all obviously females. Look at them. His name is Thunder. Rooster right here, that's Rocky. See the one, see how they're black with white stripes? This one you can see is kind of white with black stripes. So this here is Rocky. See? That's Rocky. Come here, buddy. Don't get scared. This is Rocky. See? Instead of being all black, he's white with black stripes. See the difference? This guy, he's black with white stripes. Come here, Beyonce. This is an Orpington or something like that. These are like a really rare breed too that we just happened to get. My daughter named this one Beyonce because she's special. These are called Rhode Island Reds. These ones are pretty friendly too. They just like, these ones, he just came right up to me. They like to be picked up sometimes. Nephew, that's the little boy. Yes. Yes. We're making YouTube videos. Because I'm so freaking... Well, I'm just so jacked and strong that people want to see me. Look at how juicy I am. You think that people don't want to see that? This Nautilus chain-driven leg extension or leg curl, Kissimmee Muscle has the same one. And the first time I ever seen one of these was actually in that gym I was just talking about, the original Metroflex gym in Texas with Ronnie Coleman. And I remember using one of these there, and it's the first time I ever seen one, and one of my first introductions to like old school equipment, because they just feel different. There's like a, I know it sounds like a little like lame or nuanced or whatever, but there's like an energy in this. The thing is like 30 plus years old. You know what I mean? Do you know how many people have trained on this? Like giant fucking jack dudes. This came out of a hardcore ass gym. And then I got lucky enough to find the matching leg extension. So the leg curl and the leg extension, the same generation, Nautilus, first gen, chain driven. These things aren't fucking easy to come by. I drove 3 hours one way to get this one, and I drove 4 hours to get this one, just to pick up a fucking leg extension that I can get from anywhere for like a third the price. You know what I mean? But just like we were talking earlier, environment matters. So I'm trying to create an environment that is conducive to me, which is why this, my favorite piece right here, this hammer strength row, The first time I ever used one of these was actually at Kissimmee Muscle as well. And there is no, from all the ones at least I've tried, right? This is like an old school hammer strength row, and man, this is like, it just feels different. Like the back pump you get when you grab it onto this motherfucker, is just a little bit different. And now we jump. In any way, shape, or form, besides surgery or, fat reduction surgery, whatever. Besides surgery, there's no way at all to target body fat anywhere on your body. In any way, shape, or form. And anybody that tells you otherwise has something to sell you. You want to know how to get abs? Eat less food. Or move more. That's it. This sounds a little bit weird, but like knowing, because I write my own programs currently, right? So I don't always coach myself, but I need to test my own theories out because I can never program something for somebody in a sequence. So like when I write your programs, right? There's a primary movement, a secondary movement, tertiary movement, and then accessory movements that all flow in a direct path. So you cannot do those out of order. You can, but you shouldn't. Like they are meant, this sounds a little bit weird, but like knowing, because I write my own programs currently, right? So I don't always coach myself, but I need to test my own theories out because I can never program something for somebody. These ducks. Beyonce.